Welcome back to BNB Spoilers channel. Today, we will dive deep into the dramatic twists and emotional roller coasters awaiting us on The Bold and the Beautiful over the next 2 weeks, from May 12th to May 23rd. Prepare for heart-wrenching revelations, unexpected alliances, and love triangles that will keep you glued to your screen as Carter Walton grapples with a shattering betrayal, Steffy Forrester wrestles with guilt, and Liam Spencer faces a poignant crossroads in his life. With secrets unraveling and relationships hanging by a thread at the Spencer mansion and Forrester creations, this fortnight promises to be a whirlwind of emotions on the CBS soap. Let's start with the week of May 12th to 16th, where the Spencer family dynamics take center stage with an intensity that could melt hearts. Liam Spencer and his father, Bill Spencer, are set to mend their fractured bond in a series of touching encounters at the opulent Spencer estate. Picture the scene. The grand living room with its towering bookshelves and glittering chandeliers, where father and son exchange heartfelt apologies after a bitter confrontation over past misunderstandings. Yet, beneath the surface of this reconciliation lies a tragic secret. Liam withholds the devastating news of his terminal diagnosis, a heavy burden that threatens to shatter this newfound peace. Bill, blissfully unaware, paints a bright future for Liam, envisioning him at the helm of Spencer Publications, steering the family empire into uncharted territories of success. Each word of optimism from Bill cuts deeper into Liam's soul, as he struggles to mask the pain of knowing his time is limited. This raw, unspoken grief sets the tone for an emotionally charged narrative that will tug at the heartstrings of even the most stoic viewer. Meanwhile, Liam's personal life takes an unexpected turn as Hope Logan summons him for a conversation laced with regret and longing. Imagine Hope, standing by the window of her quaint Logan family home, the soft light of the afternoon casting gentle shadows across her face as she confesses her desire to rewrite their story. Tired of missed opportunities and wasted years, Hope opens her heart, proposing a new chapter together with Liam, one filled with cherished moments in whatever time they have left. However, there's a crucial piece of the puzzle she keeps hidden, a clandestine discussion with Steffy Forrester, who betrayed Liam's trust by revealing his fatal condition. Hope's sudden shift in demeanor might spark suspicion in Liam, who begins to sense that something or someone has influenced her change of heart. This subtle tension adds a layer of mystery to their interactions, leaving us to wonder when the truth will finally surface. Amidst this emotional maelstrom, Carter Walton finds himself thrust into a personal crisis that could redefine his future. Picture Carter, usually so composed in his tailored suits at Forrester Creations, accidentally overhearing a conversation that shatters his world. Hope pledging her renewed commitment to Liam in a quiet corner of the design office. The echo of her words becomes Carter's worst nightmare, a piercing reminder of a love that slipped through his fingers. As he reels from this devastating blow, a new character, Daphne Rose, emerges as a beacon of hope, or perhaps a dangerous distraction. Daphne, with her enigmatic charm and empathetic eyes, seizes the moment to pull Carter closer, urging him to let go of the past and embrace a future with her. Their late-night conversations at a cozy LA cafe, where the aroma of fresh coffee mingles with whispers of new beginnings, could mark the start of a surprising romance, but will Carter's wounded heart allow him to move on so soon? On another front, Steffy Forrester is caught in a storm of her own making at the breathtaking Cliff House, where drama with Luna unfolds like a tempest over the Pacific Ocean. Imagine the tension as Luna, uninvited and brimming with unresolved feelings, ambushes Finn in a bold confrontation on the terrace, the crashing waves below mirroring the chaos of their encounter. Steffy, standing firm beside Finn, sends Luna packing, but the aftermath leaves her wrestling with deeper conflicts. In a heart-to-heart with Finn and her mother, Taylor Hayes, in the warmly lit living room, Steffy confesses her decision to disclose Liam's brain tumor to Hope, a choice that stripped Liam of control over his own narrative. While Finn and Taylor offer unwavering support acknowledging Hope's right to know as best Spencer's mother Steffi's internal struggle is palpable. She questions whether her actions, though well-intentioned, crossed an ethical line, her torn emotions reflecting the complexity of loyalty and love in this tight-knit circle. Adding another layer of poignancy, Liam, despite Hope's renewed focus on their relationship, makes a selfless plea that could alter the course of her future. In a quiet moment at a park bench near the Spencer estate, with children's laughter echoing in the background, Liam urges Hope to consider rekindling her romance with Carter, believing that true happiness awaits her there after he's gone. His words are laced with a bittersweet resolve, a wish for her to find joy beyond his shadow. Furthermore, Liam entrusts Finn with a profound request to broker peace between Hope and Steffi if his time runs out before he can see it through. This act of foresight underscores Liam's enduring love for those around him, even as his own life hangs in the balance, setting the stage for alliances that might reshape long-standing rivalries. Transitioning to the week of May 19th to 23rd, a glimmer of hope emerges amid the turmoil as Steffi and Hope show tentative signs of reconciliation, spurred by the shared weight of Liam's illness. Picture their cautious smiles during a meeting at Forrester Creations, where Steffi extends an olive branch by arranging for Hope to return to the company. The potential revival of Hope for the future fashion line symbolizing resilience and dreams marks a professional triumph for Hope, a chance to reclaim her place in the creative spotlight. The buzz of the design studio, with sketches strewn across desks and fabrics in vibrant hues, becomes a backdrop for this renewal, yet personal uncertainties loom large. Just as Hope contemplates heeding Liam's advice to reunite with Carter, fate deals her a crushing blow. Envision her walking into a dimly lit office late at night, only to stumble upon Carter and Daphne in a passionate embrace, their silhouettes framed against the city skyline. The sting of betrayal mirrors the heartbreak Carter once felt, casting Hope into a spiral of doubt and loneliness. In the wake of this shocking discovery, Hope's need for a confidant grows urgent. Will she turn to her mother, Brooke Logan, for solace, spilling the painful truth about Liam's condition and the tangled web of her romantic dilemmas? Picture a tearful confession in the cozy Logan kitchen, the scent of chamomile tea lingering in the air as Brooke listens intently, her maternal instincts kicking in to guide Hope through this storm. The coming days will test Hope's resilience, as she navigates career highs against personal lows, her journey a testament to the enduring strength of the human spirit amidst life's unpredictability. Next, we will explore the thrilling return of a fan-favorite character to the bold and the beautiful and the tantalizing possibilities surrounding Jack Wagner's comeback as Nick Marone, Ridge Forrester's half-brother. This exciting development has sparked a whirlwind of speculation about long-forgotten family ties, hidden identities, and the potential for dramatic reveals that could shake the very foundations of Los Angeles' elite. With Nick stepping back into the spotlight, questions arise about his son, Jack, and whether a shocking twist might already be unfolding under our noses. Join us as we delve into the intricate web of secrets, past resentments, and potential reconciliations that could redefine relationships on this iconic CBS soap. The news of Jack Wagner reprising his role as Nick Marone has sent waves of excitement through the B&B fandom, igniting curiosity about what this return could mean for the broader narrative. Fans vividly remember Nick as the rugged, charismatic sailor with a complex history tied to the Forrester and Logan families. His reappearance, perhaps docking at a sunlit marina in LA after years at sea, promises to stir up old emotions and unresolved conflicts. But what has us buzzing even more is the lingering question of his son, Jack, born to Nick and Brooke Logan in a storyline filled with custody battles and heartbreak. Little Jack, last seen as a toddler waving goodbye alongside his father as they embarked on a life of maritime adventure, has been conspicuously absent from conversation for years. Neither Brooke nor Taylor Hayes, who once fiercely competed for his affection, have uttered his name in ages, leaving a void in the family tapestry that begs to be filled. This silence feels like a forgotten chapter, waiting to be reopened with dramatic flair. Adding a layer of disappointment to the anticipation, supervising producer Casey Kasperzik recently confirmed that Jack will not be returning alongside Nick in the immediate storyline, though references to the young man will be woven into the dialogue. Imagine Nick, sitting at a weathered seaside bar, nursing a drink as he reminisces to a friend about his boy, now grown, somewhere out in the world. While this news might dampen hopes of an on-screen reunion, it doesn't entirely close the door on Jack's story. What if, in a twist worthy of the most gripping soap opera, Jack is already among us, hidden in plain sight under a different name? This isn't a new theory, but with Nick's return providing the perfect catalyst, the idea gains fresh traction. Could the enigmatic Remy, a character already stirring trouble in the current arc, be the grown-up Jack, carrying the weight of a tumultuous past beneath his mysterious exterior? The possibility sends shivers down the spine, hinting at a reveal that could upend everything we thought we knew about the current cast dynamics. Let's paint a vivid picture of what Jack's life might have been like if he indeed grew up on a boat with Nick, navigating the endless horizons of the ocean. At first glance, a childhood aboard a vessel sounds like a thrilling tale of adventure, sunsets over the water, the salty breeze in his hair, and tales of distant lands. However, for a young boy craving stability, this nomadic existence could have been profoundly isolating. School friends, a permanent home, and routine would have been foreign concepts, replaced by the creak of the ship's deck and the ever-changing tides. Worse yet, if Brooke, his mother, never reached out during those formative years, no letters, no calls, no visits, the sense of abandonment could have carved deep emotional scars. Picture a teenage Jack, standing at the ship's rail under a starlit sky, wondering why his mother seemed to forget him, each unanswered question fueling a growing resentment that might manifest in dark, unexpected ways as an adult. This brings us to the heart of the speculation. What if Remy, with his unsettling behavior and fixation on Elektra, is the product of such a fractured upbringing? Envision Remy, driven by attachment issues rooted in a childhood of perceived rejection, channeling his pain into obsessive tendencies. His pursuit of Elektra, marked by manipulative tactics and a desperate need for control, could be a twisted cry for the love and stability he never had. Perhaps late at night, in a dimly lit apartment overlooking the city, Remy pores over old photographs of a life he barely remembers, his actions in the present a distorted echo of past hurts. This theory adds a chilling depth to his character, transforming him from a mere antagonist into a tragic figure shaped by neglect. If Remy is Jack, every interaction with Elektra becomes a poignant attempt to rewrite his story, to force a connection he was denied in his youth. The plot thickens when we consider the ripple effects of such a reveal on existing relationships, particularly in the context of family ties. If Remy is indeed Jack, it would make him Will Spencer's cousin, turning their rivalry over Elektra into a deeply personal, almost Shakespearean family feud. Imagine the tension simmering at a Spencer family gathering, held in the elegant gardens of the estate, where Will and Remy exchange barbed words under the guise of polite smiles, unaware of the blood tie that binds them. This twist would elevate their competition to a new level of drama, with loyalty and betrayal intertwining as they vie for the same heart. The irony of their shared heritage, hidden beneath layers of animosity, would be a deliciously soapy turn, setting the stage for explosive confrontations once the truth comes to light. Turning our focus to Brooke Logan, the emotional centerpiece of this potential storyline, we must ask whether she would even recognize Remy as her long-lost son if their paths were to cross. Picture Brooke, bustling through Forrester Creations with fabric swatches in hand, passing Remy in a crowded hallway without a flicker of recognition. The last time she saw Jack, he was a small child with chubby cheeks and a toothy grin, not the brooding young man he might have become. If her involvement in his life was so minimal that he harbors deep-seated resentment, it's likely she has no inkling of his current appearance or whereabouts. Yet, there's a glimmer of hope in this tragic scenario. If Remy's identity as Jack were unveiled perhaps through a dramatic confrontation in the Forrester boardroom, with Nick present to confirm the truth, Brooke might be the key to his redemption. Envision a tearful scene in her cozy living room, surrounded by family photos, where she reaches out to Remy, offering the maternal warmth he craved for so long, slowly beginning to mend the wounds of years apart. If this theory doesn't come to fruition, there remains a fervent wish among fans to see Jack return someday, preferably before his story takes a dark turn akin to Remy's current path. Imagine a future episode where Jack, now a confident young man with Nick's charm and Brooke's resilience, strides into Los Angeles, his arrival at a glamorous Forrester event turning heads and sparking whispers. Perhaps he spent years rebuilding himself, finding peace after a rocky childhood, and now seeks to reconnect with a family he barely knows. This version of Jack could bring a refreshing dynamic to the Candace blend of nostalgia and new beginnings, offering Brooke a chance to right past wrongs and integrate him into the Logan Spencer legacy. Until then, the mystery of Jack lingers like an unsolved puzzle, a reminder of the past's power to shape the present in unexpected ways. Next, we will immerse ourselves in the heart-wrenching developments and explosive encounters unfolding this week on The Bold and the Beautiful. From Liam Spencer's heartbreaking struggle with his health to Luna's desperate bid for connection, and Steffy Forrester's shocking revelation to Hope Logan, the drama in Los Angeles is reaching fever pitch. Prepare for emotionally charged conversations, unexpected alliances, and tangled family dynamics that promise to keep you on the edge of your seat as secrets spill and relationships are tested on this beloved CBS soap. Let's begin with Liam Spencer, whose world is crumbling under the weight of a devastating health crisis that he can hardly bring himself to face. In a dimly lit corner of the Spencer mansion, Liam opens up to Finn during a raw, soul-bearing conversation, the kind that strips away all pretense. With the soft glow of a table lamp casting shadows across his worried face, Liam admits he's been living in a fog of denial about his terminal prognosis. The reality of his dwindling time feels like a distant storm he refuses to acknowledge, even as it looms closer each day. He confides in Finn about his deepest fear, telling Hope the truth. The thought of seeing pity or grief in her eyes is more than he can bear, a burden heavier than the illness itself. Finn, ever the compassionate doctor, listens intently, his medical training clashing with his personal empathy as he urges Liam to consider the healing that honesty might bring. This poignant exchange marks a turning point, subtly shifting Liam's perspective, though whether it will be enough to change his course remains a gripping mystery. The emotional stakes rise even higher as Liam seeks out his father, Bill Spencer, to finally lay bare the truth that has been gnawing at him. Picture the scene in the expansive Spencer Publications office, with towering windows overlooking the city skyline, as father and son face each other after a past interaction that left wounds still fresh. Their last meeting ended in bitter discord, with harsh words echoing off the polished mahogany walls, leaving their bond fractured. Now, Liam stands at a crossroads, his heart pounding as he prepares to share his prognosis. Will Bill, often more tycoon than tender parent, set aside his pride to embrace his son in this moment of vulnerability? Or will old resentments cloud his judgment, adding another layer of tragedy to Liam's already heavy load? The tension of this impending confrontation promises a roller coaster of emotions, as family ties are tested against the backdrop of life's fragility. Meanwhile, across town at the familiar haunt of Il Giardino, Luna is caught in her own web of longing and delusion, her actions fueled by a desperate need for acceptance. Under the restaurant's warm patio lights, surrounded by the murmur of diners and the clink of wine glasses, Luna carefully checks her surroundings before slipping into a secluded corner to meet her grandmother, Sheila. With Deacon nowhere in sight, Sheila offers a mix of tough love and reassurance, her voice low as she admits it will take time for others to come around to Luna's presence. But Luna's heart isn't set on Deacon's approval, her gaze is fixed on Finn, her newly discovered father. She yearns for a bond with him, to carve out a fresh start together, free from the barriers Steffi has erected. As she speaks, her eyes glint with a mix of hope and obsession, claiming she's a transformed woman though the sincerity of her supposed amends remains unseen, casting doubt on her true intentions. Luna's fixation takes a darker turn as her thoughts twist toward unsettling desires, blurring the lines between redemption and manipulation. In a quiet moment alone, perhaps gazing at a photo of Finn on her phone in her sparsely furnished apartment, she convinces herself that connecting with Will Spencer in an intimate way could be her path to belonging, a so-called good deed that reeks of delusion. Her resolve hardens, leading her to Finn's doorstep at an inopportune moment. Picture Finn, distracted by a work call in his cluttered home office, the hum of medical charts and deadlines in the air, when he glances up to see Luna framed in the doorway, her presence an unwelcome surprise. How will Finn react to this intrusion? Might Liam's dire situation soften his stance, prompting a flicker of paternal concern? Or will he stand firm, honoring Steffi's decree to keep Luna at a distance, further fueling her sense of rejection? This encounter teeters on a knife edge, poised to ignite family tensions in unpredictable ways. At the same time, a seismic revelation rocks Hope Logan's world, delivered with somber gravity by Steffi Forrester in a setting as intimate as it is devastating. Imagine the two women in the tranquil garden of the Forrester estate, surrounded by blooming roses and the faint scent of jasmine, as Steffi utters the words that stop Hope's heart, "Liam is dying."